Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in honor of the Oscars being tonight, I decided that I would finally give you my finalized predictions for the Oscars. Now, I did a video way back when the Oscars were, when the Oscar nominees were announced. That was more my reactions to the Oscar nominations. This is more of my predictions, who I think is going to win, what I want to win. It's going to be more of like want to win and should win. If you guys have seen Kane LaPlante, aka Kid of Awesome's video where he talks on Stream of Awesome Season 1 Episode 4, we talked all about the Oscar predictions. My predictions have changed slightly since then, so it's kind of irrelevant now, but I do really want to talk about this. Now, speaking of Kane LaPlante, aka Kid of Awesome, he usually makes me, I do want to say one thing too, guys. Of course, I will be doing a live stream for the Oscars tonight. I mean, I have to, but he usually makes me intros, for each of, trailers for each of my live streams, because I don't know how to do editing and things like that. I just don't know how to do it, and I don't want to learn how because I don't really care about editing. Honestly, guys, to me, like, with editing, I don't care because I'm just making videos and I'm just doing reviews, so whatever. But he does all the editing things for me, and he makes the trailers, and I don't know if he's going to be able to make one tonight because he is actually out of town right now. He's not at his home, so I don't know if he's going to be able to. If he gets home time, then awesome, you guys will see it, but if he doesn't, if I don't get a trailer for the Oscars, that is why, and, yeah, so let's just get into my predictions now. I'm going to go to Best Picture first because I really want to talk about that category. A lot of things have changed since then. Now, let me say what I'm going to be okay with. Also, guys, I've rewatched some Oscar movies. Recently, I rewatched The Imitation Game and Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler, I'm going to say right now, I loved it so much more than I thought I did. I thought it was awesome, and Imitation Game, so effective. I watched it last night. I still cry to it. It's still very emotional. I can't wait to pick that up on Blu-ray. I'm getting the Blu-ray Nightcrawler today. It's coming from Amazon. I can't wait to watch it. I'm rewatching Birdman today. I'm rewatching Theory of Everything. I'm trying to watch as many as I can today. And then Tuesday, I'm rewatching Whiplash, obviously, because it comes out Tuesday. But let's get to the Best Picture nominations. Of course, for Best Picture, we have American Sniper, Birdman, Boyhood, Grand Budapest Hotel, Imitation Game, Selma, Theory of Everything, and Whiplash. Now, I'm going to say what I won't be okay with. If Grand Budapest Hotel or Selma win Best Picture, I will honestly not be okay with that, and that's because those two are the weakest for Best Picture. And that's not saying that they're bad movies. Grand Budapest Hotel is a very good movie with some great cinematography, but it honestly is kind of forgettable. I've tried to rewatch the movie several times, and I just can't. Now, at some point, I probably will because I own the Blu-ray. I don't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon. It's a very good movie. I just don't know if I want to rewatch it right now. I haven't wanted to rewatch some of the other films. And Selma, honestly, the only thing memorable is David Oyelowo. He gave a great performance, but that's really all that's memorable about Selma. So those two films, if they take anything, they can take some things, but I just don't want them to win Best Picture because I do not feel they deserve it. I would be fine with American Sniper taking Best Picture. I know some people are saying it might, and I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with, obviously, Boyhood and Whiplash are my two picks, first of all. Definitely Boyhood and Whiplash. First of all, Whiplash, I mean, they can't be smart if they did that because Whiplash is coming out on Blu-ray on Tuesday, and it'd be a good way for more people to see it, which would be great because, I mean, part of the Oscars is the things that win, people want to see them, and Whiplash comes out on Blu-ray Tuesday, so that could be a good promotion for people to see the movie, that'd just be a good idea, but, of course, I want Boyhood to win. Boyhood and Whiplash, though, if you guys don't know, for my number one movie, I have a tie for my number one, so, for 2014 at least. For 2014, I have a tie for my number one movie, so Boyhood or Whiplash, I'd be fine with. Now, I talked about this as well in the Stream of Awesome, and I actually think this could be a possibility. Am I the only person that feels like Best Picture actually could be a tie this year? I just feel like the nominations are so tight, and in fact, the Academy said this, and a lot of people have said this. This is one of the hardest years for the Oscars. Last year was so predictable, you knew was going to win. The year before that, you knew. But this year is so unpredictable that literally any of these following nominations could win. Birdman could win Best Picture, Boyhood could win Best Picture, Whiplash could win, even American Sniper has a good chance of winning. Theory of Everything has a good chance of winning. Imitation Game has a good chance of winning. All of these movies have a good chance of winning, and I definitely feel like there should be a tie here because I just feel the Academy is going to come to a very hard decision. It's going to be a very tight race. Definitely, I feel tonight it's going to be a very tough race, and I definitely feel in terms of Best Picture that I don't really know who is going to get it, and whoever gets it, as long as Selma Grand Budapest Hotel does not get it, I'd be fine with that. I started rewatching The Theory of Everything. I really do love it. I think it's still a fantastic movie. I think it is highly underrated. A lot of people don't like it, and I can't see why. I mean, Selma, for me, it's a good movie, but it's just nothing I really want to watch again. And Grand Budapest Hotel, I will definitely watch that again at some point. I just can't find myself rewatching it in very soon. I can't. But the other two I'd be fine with winning. Um, Okay, so actor in a leading role. We're gonna get to this category. Now, first of all, Jake Gyllenhaal should have been nominated. I've talked about this before. It's annoying that he's not nominated, but let's get over that. Everyone's obsessing over that and saying, oh, Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't nominated. Let's get over that and just focus on the people that are nominated, because that's what really matters. Steve Carell for Foxcatcher, Bradley Cooper, American Sniper, Benedict Cumberbatch, The Imitation Game, Michael Keaton, Birdman, and Eddie Redmayne, Theory of Everything. All five of these are very well deserved performances. Every single performance in here is very well deserved, and I really would be fine with any of these guys winning. However, my personal pick would be a tie between Benedict Cumberbatch and Michael Keaton. I think Michael Keaton is definitely the front runner. I think he is probably going to win, and I think he should win. He gave the performance that made him a fantastic actor again, and made us realize that Michael Keaton is not only great as Batman, he is great as he's not great as Batman and Beetlejuice, he is great in any movie. And I really want to see him do more of these kind of movies, and he was just fantastic in Birdman. I'm rewatching it today. I can't wait to. And The Imitation Game, as I said, I rewatched it again. Such a good performance from Benedict Cumberbatch. Just those final 10 minutes, man. Oh my god. The whole movie is so intense, but those final 10 minutes, just, if you guys don't cry, then the movie didn't do its job. But if you guys don't cry to that, I don't know what will get you to cry, because those final 10 minutes are some of the most emotional moments I have seen in any movie from 2014, and that's why I think Benedict Cumberbatch deserves it. Plus, I don't think he's ever won an Academy Award, and he'd be really good for him to deserve it. Eddie Redmayne, I'm sorry, you screwed yourself over in Jupiter Ascending, because my friend told me this, and I did not know, but apparently during the Oscars, the Academy watches the other movies that the frontrunners for actor and lead roles do, so they can actually see if they deserve it. So I definitely feel like Eddie Redmayne just screwed himself over with Jupiter Ascending. Hopefully he can redeem himself, because he is a very good actor, but for right now, you screwed yourself over. Sorry, but you screwed yourself over. But I would be fine with Bradley Cooper winning. I heard some people saying that he might win, and I think I'd be fine with him winning. He was really good as Chris Kyle. He portrayed the emotion very well, and he portrayed his accent was down really well. He doesn't look like him, but he did a very good job acting like him. And I definitely am getting the Blu-ray for that. Definitely, it's one of my favorite movies of 2014. Obviously, I'm getting the Blu-ray for it. I can't wait for it. And I think I would definitely be fine with him winning for Best Actor. I'd be fine with that. Best Actress in a Leading Role. Now, this one, okay, I'm very biased with this one, because I know a lot of people are saying they really want Rosamund Pike to win for Gone Girl, and as much as I love that performance, Julianne Moore in Still Alice is the most underrated performance of 2014. First of all, nobody saw Still Alice except for a few people. I know the schmoes saw it. I don't think Chris Stuckman saw it. I don't think any of the really big YouTube critics saw it, and it's really sad, because Still Alice is such a good real movie. It's such a good look at Alzheimer's and the nitty-gritty of what it really comes down to, and how dark it gets, and how it affects a family. And I think Julianne Moore just handled all that really, really well, and I really want her to take the award for Best Actress. It'll put a smile on my face if it does. It'll make more people want to see Still Alice, and it'll be one of the best. I will really hope that she does win. I definitely think she's gonna win. She's taking Golden Globe, and I know there was an Independent Film Awards last night, and she won for that as well. So I definitely feel she has a very good chance of winning, and I really want her to win, because she was fantastic in Still Alice, and it is the movie that made me realize that Julianne Moore is one of the best actresses working today, and I will always say that is what that movie made me realize. Now, Reese Witherspoon for Wild, if she wins, fine, but as you guys know, I wasn't really fond of Wild, even towards the second, third act when the movie actually got interesting. I just wasn't a fan of it. I didn't really care about her character much, and I didn't connect with her character really well. So if she won, I'd be fine with that. I don't think I wouldn't really be okay with it, but whatever. I mean, it's inevitable, I guess, if she won. Felicity Jones for Theory of Everything, I honestly think that she definitely deserves it. From rewatching Theory of Everything, definitely she deserves it. I think she has a very good chance of winning. So that's basically what I think for Best Actress. Now, Actor Supporting Role. This one gets me a little bit pissed off when we see Robert Duvall and the judge and everything, because of course they should have put Steve Carell in supporting and put Jake Gyllenhaal in main role, but they didn't. Actor in supporting role, it's a given. It's going to be J.K. Simmons. It is going to be J.K. Simmons, definitely. If J.K. Simmons does not win, it is going to be one of the biggest upsets in Oscar history, because that is like the best performance of the year, I have to say. Everyone gave an amazing performance. J.K. Simmons really just was the meat and potatoes of that movie. He is the thing that you remember the most of that movie. If J.K. Simmons was not in that movie, Whiplash would not be as memorable. He is what is the best part of that movie. Miles Teller's great, the message is great, but he is what we remember about that movie. And if he does not win, I'm going to be very surprised. And yeah, so he's going to win for a Best Actor. I'm going to say that right now. He's going to win for Best Supporting Actor. If he does not win, then Ethan Hawke, but he is going to win without a doubt. He must win. He must. He must, guys. He must win. It's the given. He has to win. Okay. So for Best Actress in a Supporting Role, we have a lot of good contenders here. A lot of contenders who I definitely feel do have a good chance of winning. Patricia Arquette for Boyhood. Laura Dern for whatever. She doesn't deserve it. I'm sorry. I have a very weird relationship with that movie and just whatever. Keira Knightley for The Imitation Game. Yes, Emma Stone for Birdman, and Meryl Streep for Into the Woods. Now, 4 of these roles are very well deserving. I think they all gave really good performances. Patricia Arquette, I think, is going to be the one that wins, but I have heard people say they think that Emma Stone's going for Birdman. I'd be fine with that. I think she gave a really good performance, especially that one scene towards, the middle, one of the last scenes with her character. Just awesome performance there. Meryl Streep for Into the Woods is very underrated. She gave an amazing performance. I mean, I rewatched Into the Woods I'd say like a month ago, and I still really love it. Keira Knightley for The Imitation Game was also great as well, but I definitely think that Patricia Arquette should definitely win for Boyhood. I mean, just the fact that she was so committed to that project. One of the things I didn't know about Boyhood, but then after I watched the documentary for it, is that she was so committed to the project, and she stuck by it, and she even interacted with the kids as if they were her own. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. She literally went on screen with Eller Coltrane and acted as if she was really his mother, and the fact that she was so dedicated to that role definitely makes me think that she needs to get that Best Actress in Supporting Role, because when an actress stays that dedicated to a role for 12 years and stayed and maintained that dedication for 12 years, that tells me right there that she must get the award for Best Supporting Actress. She just has to get it. I don't care what you guys say. She needs to get it because it needs to happen. It is a given, and it needs to happen. It's not something where I want it to happen. It's something where it needs to happen because she definitely deserves it. So, definitely, Patricia Arquette must get it. Anime feature film, the only one I've actually seen is How to Train Your Dragon 2, so I'm going to be biased and say that's the one I want to win, because I haven't seen any of the other ones. I have heard people say that they think that Pale Princess Kaguya has a good chance of winning, but I think How to Train Your Dragon 2 is going to win. I mean, it literally, when you watch that movie, it does not feel like a kid's movie. I've said before, guys, I don't think kids would be interested in the story. They'll be interested by the animation and the humor, but the story overall is so adult and so not for kids that I honestly feel that's why it should win, because it really does something that a lot of anime excuse me, guys, I can't talk for a second there. A lot of anime movies don't do that, and I think this movie portrayed that really, really well. And the fact that the movie just does that, I really do appreciate, and I really commend the movie for going in such a dark direction, especially killing off, spoiler alert, killing off Hiccup's father. I mean, that's when you know the movie has balls. It's when you kill off, like, the second main character of the movie. It's awesome that they did that, and just How to Train Your Dragon 2 was such a good sequel, and I can't wait to watch it again. I'm definitely going to watch it again, and I have it on Blu-ray, of course, so I can watch it whenever I want to, but it's such a great movie, and just, I loved it. And I really hope there's a movie like that in 2015, definitely, because that's the kind of anime movie that I love. And so far, the only anime movies I've seen in 2015 is SpongeBob, so we'll see what that is. Peanuts could be that one. I could definitely see Peanuts being that kind of movie, but that's basically for Best Anime Movie. Now, cinematography is definitely very interesting for cinematography. I think for cinematography, definitely Birdman should win. I mean, Birdman just had the best cinematography of 2015. It still amazes me that Gone Girl did not get nominated, because it had such great cinematography and such a good screenplay as well. But Birdman needs to win for best cinematography. I mean, just the shots in that movie, the way Birdman looked and everything, the way they made everything just suspend your disbelief, that kind of, it's really a suspend your disbelief kind of movie. And I think people need to realize that. But I think that just is what works so well with Birdman. I think Birdman definitely is the front runner for that, and I definitely think that Birdman should win for best cinematography. It definitely deserves it, and I would love to see it get that. So directing, we don't really need to get into directing here. We have Birdman, we have Richard Linklater for Boyhood, Alejandro G. Inarritu for Birdman, Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher, Wes Anderson for The Grand Budapest Hotel, and Mordem Tildum for The Imitation Game. Now, out of all these, I definitely feel they are all very deserving, but Richard Linklater needs to get, I mean, come on, he made a fucking 12-year project, guys. That's not something you hear every day, so they need to recognize that somehow, so I definitely feel like it's not that that's not that I want him to win, it's that he must win. It is inevitable that he wins, because if he does not win, then they need to pay respect to the fact that movie took 12 years to film. And I know there's a cliche where people like, if it didn't take 12 years, it wouldn't have been a good movie. No, guys, the reason that movie works so well is because it just tells the story of a boy's life and the events that happened in his life. That's why the movie works. And even if he hadn't chose to film the movie over 12 years, I still would have loved it. I love the story. I love the world the movie created. I love the idea of the movie. I love the message the movie was trying to portray. In fact, most of my pros with the movie, most of me loving the movie, doesn't even have to do with the fact that it took 12 years to film. Most of me loving the movie has to do with the fact that the acting and just the how much was put into the film. And yes, it impressed me that they kept that intact maintained for 12 years, but still, I still love that movie. I definitely feel it deserves all the Oscar love that it's going to get, and I know that he is going to win for Best Director. He better win, and he needs to win. If not him, then Alejandro G. Inarritu, because he shot the movie in one take, so I definitely feel like he deserves to win as well. For editing, by far, I definitely want, for editing, I'm so surprised that Birdman was not nominated for editing. I do have to say, I was very surprised about that because, I mean, that movie it was shot in one take, and, well, it was made to look like it was shot in one take, so I find that really interesting. For film editing, though, I definitely feel like Boyhood or The Imitation Game or Whiplash should win. Boyhood flies by every time I watch it. Rewatched it again when it came out on Blu-ray, and it flew by. It really did, guys, and that's one of the things I love about Boyhood. That's such a it's so fast-paced, but it's slow-paced at the same time. It's a long movie, but it literally feels like an hour watching it. It does not feel long at all, and I love it about Boyhood, and that's why I feel Boyhood needs to win for film editing, and definitely should win for that. But Whiplash has a very good chance of winning as well, and I definitely feel Whiplash should win because it had a really good, editing length as well. In fact, the movie flew by for me with that as well, of course. So, I really want either of those to win, definitely. So for score, definitely, I think that for score, I know the Theory of Everything is a 1, and I listen to Theory of Everything score. It's a really good score, but honestly, guys, the real score that needs to win is for Interstellar. I mean, come on, that's one of the things you remember most about that movie is just how good the score is. That's one of the things I remember the most about the movie, is how much I was immersed with the score. And the score is what kept you immersed in the movie. Not only the effects, but the score kept you immersed. Also, Interstellar better win for Best Visual Effects. I'm sorry. It better win, and it needs to win. So, yeah. So that definitely just... Score, Interstellar, definitely. I know it's not going to. I know Theory of Everything is going to win, but whatever. That's the Academy. Whatever. Next category. Makeup and hairstyle, I don't really want to talk about that. I do want to definitely talk about production design. For production design, all these films are great. I want Into the Woods to win for Best Production Design. I'm going to tell you guys why. It's not nominated for anything else except for a few things, and I definitely feel it had some of the best production design of the year, and I definitely feel it deserves to be nominated for Best Production Design. The Imitation Game had great production design as well, but in my opinion, the best production design of the year had to go into the Woods. I mean, the Woods just looked real. Nothing looked, even though a lot of it was CGI and blue screen and green screen, it didn't look CGI at all, and I loved it about the movie. Sound editing and sound mixing, all of that, go to American Sniper. Those action scenes are so thrilling, and just, they have me on the edge of my seat, and I need to talk about original screenplay and adapted screenplay. That's the last one we're going to talk about here. So for original screenplay, we have Birdman, Boyhood, Foxcatcher, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler, I want to win for original screenplay, and I'm not trying to be biased just because the only thing it's nominated for, but Nightcrawler is such a brilliant film, and one of the things I realized was how brilliant the screenplay was. Watching it back, I realized how brilliant the screenplay was, because I want you guys to remember something with Nightcrawler. The reason I did not enjoy it as much as I did is simply because I watched it in very low quality. I'm talking like movie theater, handheld cam, filmed in front of a movie theater, that kind of quality. That's the kind of quality I watched it in. However, I watched it back in HD, and I adore the movie so much more than I thought I did, and Part of the reason I loved it so much was because of the screenplay. Such a solid screenplay, especially the last line in the movie. Oh my god, always has me cracking up, and just the screenplay was just so well done to that movie. I love the screenplay to death, and I think it's one of the best aspects of the movie by far was the screenplay. So I definitely feel that Nightcrawler should win for original screenplay. Probably going to go to Birdman, but we'll see. For adapted screenplay, definitely after watching The Imitation Game. Now, I will say, Whiplash, I don't know why it's nominated for adapted screenplay. Apparently, it's because it's a cliched story, and it's not an original story. Well, fuck that. Come on, it's an original material. It's not based on a book. It's not based on a true story. So why the fuck would you put in an adapted screenplay? You're telling me you can't narrow it down to, like, 5 and 6 instead of 5? I mean, because there are 5 there and you can't narrow it down to 6? Like, that's just stupid. That's adapted screenplay. And yeah, I would say that I want to win, but it's not an adapted screenplay. So, I'm not going to say that Whiplash deserves to win a category it shouldn't be in because it's not an adapted screenplay. And the only reason it's in adapted screenplay is because they couldn't fit it into screenplay, so they had to put it into an adapted screenplay, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever, but whatever. Adapted screenplay, Imitation Game by far for original screenplay. I mean, I rewatched that movie and just it amazes me how much they got right, how much research they did into Alan Turing, and how much Benedict Cumberbatch was into that role, and how well it was filmed. Definitely for adapted screenplay, I definitely want to see Imitation Game win. American Sniper is a very good chance of winning though as well because they really portrayed the idea of PTSD really well in that movie. And finally, visual effects, as I said, Interstellar is going to win, definitely. Some people said Captain America. I could see that winning, definitely, for visual effects. I definitely want to see that win. And, yeah, so that's basically all I really have to say for what I think are going to be my big predictions for the Oscars. As usual, guys, my live stream will not be on this channel. Just like I did for the Golden Globes, my live stream, I'm just going to warn you guys, is not on this channel. It's going to be on the Kevin Falk live streams because that's the channel I can use. I have copyright strike now in case you guys don't know that. But it's going to be on that channel, so check it out there. Definitely checking my live stream tonight. I don't know if I'm going to have any guests join because my friend that usually does join, Koreos, Kane LaPlante, he usually joins. Kane usually joins, but he said that he actually wants to do his own live stream for the Oscars. And if he wants to do that, that's really cool. So if any of you want to join, you can. I don't know if anyone wants to join. I'll have Mike 18. I don't know if you want to join. There are tons of people. I'll invite some people. We'll see if they want to join, but anyone is open to a join. It's an open invitation. Just no one really weird. Just talk about the Oscars. Have a good time. I'd love that. But definitely look forward to my Oscar live stream. I'm definitely looking forward to tonight. I'm hyped for tonight. I can't wait to see Neil Patrick Harris host as well. He's so great in the Tonys. I think he's really going to bring something to the Oscars. I can't wait to see what his opening number is going to be because you know he's going to do an opening number and a closing number and maybe some more music. I love to see that. I love how much energy he just brings to the show, to the award shows. And one of his dreams was host the Oscars, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that. But I will see you guys in my next video, which will be, well, it won't be for the Oscars because that's going to be on my other channel. But my next video will be for a review of The Walking Dead, tonight's episode, because I will be watching it after the Oscars, and I will see you guys for that. Okay, bye.